Dear Mum and Co. and Linda darling, I'm speaking from the USO Detroit and would like to take this chance of wishing you all the best for Christmas and the New Year. I've just returned from a few days' leave spent in New York and it was marvellous. I went to the top of the Empire State Building. It was certainly a marvellous experience. You'll get all this in my letters. Tonight I've just spoken to Auntie Mary on the telephone. I got straight through and it was just like being in the same room. I spoke to Eileen and to Billy also. I hope you heard my broadcast from New York. I was very glad to get the opportunity. I've been getting quite a lot of mail recently and today I got a tin of chocolate from you, Mother. Thanks very much. I hope you'll give my regards to all the friends when you see them, and I will close this side of the record by giving all my love to you all, and remember how much I enjoy your letters. And that remark is addressed particularly to young Linda, who knows how I feel about her and how I feel about her letters. I'd like to say I miss you all very much, and I hope we're together again soon.
We played a lot of tennis together in the beginning.
Yes.
That's when I would say that's when I met him at the tennis club.
I think you were engaged in early 1942, engaged to be married.
Yes, we were engaged in 1942, and we announced it at the wedding of a friend of mine on the 17th of January. Have you got that? 1942?
Yes, 1940.
Have you?
1942.
That's right.
And
because they left not long after, only a matter of days, wasn't it, before they...
Yes, I think so.
Yes, that's
so
right.
They left for England, sailed for England.
That's right.
For his training with the Fleet Air Arm.
Yes.
Yes, and did you get letters back from England, from Glen?
I had a lot of... He was a very good correspondent.
He was?
Yes, marvellous correspondent. I wasn't so good, but I was flat out working, you see. I did books of account.
Do you remember where you first met him?
No, I can't remember the first occasion. It was probably playing doubles in a tennis match at the club.
Oh, yes.
I went to Wellington Station and met him off the Auckland train.
Yes.
That was quite a moment, you know. I think it was for him too, because having been away for over 3 years, you know, I suppose he wondered, well, would everything still be the same?
Yes.
But it was, you know, that's one of the things I think was so fantastic that were obviously, you know, meant to be. As far as the wedding dress was concerned, when I think of it now, I thought that was a bit extravagant because I did have a bridal gown, you see.
Yes.
But I had a great friend who was one of Wellington's best dressmakers. She did work for a shop. And so, otherwise I doubt if I would have done that. I don't know. But, so I went to Concordian Staines, and that was the only material they had.
Yes.
Yes, you see, there was a great shortage of that sort of thing. Our first morning in Christchurch, and the idea was that we had to go out and buy coat hangers because there weren't any in the wardrobes. Now, of course, you would just go and ask for some, wouldn't you?
Yes, of course.
It's quite funny, I thought.
You had 5 weeks with Glen, 5 weeks of marriage before he was shipped off again, before he had to join his ship in Australia?
Yes, 28th of April. Now, was it 5 weeks, was it?
I think so.
Yes,
I think it was...
before he went to Australia. That's right, yes. That'd
Yes.
be about right.
He went to join the Indefatigable, didn't he? HMS,
Yes,
the
that's
ship.
right. A wonderful ship.
Yes.
Yes.
And following that, his plane was lost over Japan.
Yes, it was.
Yes, and
several stories about that. Have you read any bits and pieces? 'Cause
yes, I have. Yes.
Yes. So no one really knows, I don't think,
No.
exactly what happened. But I wouldn't be surprised if because they probably were killed when they landed, I would think. Just the force of landing and so forth. But what happened, I don't know. Because some people say, well, they were maltreated, and some say, well, they don't really know, you know. So I woke up the day he was killed, I presume, but I woke up and I can still remember calling out, "Oh, no, Glen," you know, and I knew he'd been killed. I just knew. The day they all marched, you know, everyone was down Lambton Quay. Where were you that day? 40, all those years ago. Anyway, I said I couldn't go down. I couldn't celebrate. That was just stayed up at the office, up at the top, and looked down, I suppose. I was at the office, and I think they must have rung my employer, and he came up to the office, and then I was asked to go to the boardroom. Have you heard this? So he told me then, you say, this man from Navy. And Paul, I only just told Paul recently, and I ran out of the boardroom and I ran through the office and I locked myself in the strong room. But anyway, then I went to my employer's room. You see, he must have come and got me, and he said, well, he said, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. And I can't remember actually having a telegram in my hand. But anyway, because they would have sent someone round to tell me.
Yes.
Yes.
And you
so then, of course, you know, you were hopeful, oh, well, they're only missing. He was a very nice person, because he must have been, wasn't he?
Of course.
But, yes, and because he was quite brilliant, you know, he had a very good brain.
I hope you'll give my regards to all the friends when you see them, and I will close this side of the record by giving all my love to you all, and remember how much I enjoy your letters. And that remark is addressed particularly to young Linda, who knows how I feel about her and how I feel about her letters. I'd like to say I miss you all very much, and I hope we'll be together again soon.